Today, Amber Odom lives a happy and fulfilling life. But when she was younger, Amber endured many hardships.
I was just doing really bad. I never had happiness. I got caught up in the wrong things. With the guns, I sold drugs as well. I turned to this bad company and violence especially. And violence especially. My name is Amber, and this is my story. My life was completely destroyed before. My mother used to have a headache dealing with me because I would do bad in school. I would always get in trouble. The teachers, the principal would always call my mother, and I was just doing really bad.
Amber was a troubled teenager, and she was doing pretty bad in school, to the point that the school principal called her mother time and time again to complain about it.
That was your principal. She told me you've been skipping school. What do you have to say for yourself?
I do what I want to do.
My life was this way because I never truly had happiness. And my dad wasn't really around much. So it was just my mother. She would just work to try to provide. But as far as spending quality time, we didn't have much of that.
Since her father was out of the picture and her mother had to work all day to provide for her, she felt abandoned. And that made her a very angry young woman.
Stay away from me!
She would pick up fights with everyone and anyone.
I was a very angry person, and I used to take it out on anybody I saw. I used to fight random people in the street. I just wanted to feel numb, so I used to smoke a lot as well. I would smoke to numb the pain. I would smoke to just get away from these feelings that I had of being alone.
All those terrible feelings led her to drug use. She just wanted to stop feeling that way, and the drugs provided her with the numbness that she was looking for. Eventually, she became addicted to them.
I would be with people from my neighborhood, and I lived in the heart of the ghetto. So it was the people who were there who sold drugs. I sold drugs as well. The violence, the gang members, with the guns, everything. This is the type of life that I came to have. My mother didn't raise me this way, but that's what I got involved with.
Amber hung out with all kinds of bad people who took her even farther away from happiness and closer to a very dangerous addiction.
I had to smoke every day. I couldn't go a day without smoking. Even before school, I would go to school high.
Amber couldn't stop smoking. She got to a point where she had to smoke at every possible time. She even started smoking before going to school to cope with all the sadness and anger she was feeling.
I had a boyfriend, and I found out he had given me a sexually transmitted disease. And that's when I hit rock bottom. That's when I felt like everything was just going out of control. So I had went to a clinic, and I went there to get a cure for the STD, and I was just there in the clinic room wondering what my life had become.
She was terribly scared by it and realized that she had to change her ways.
I had an older brother who came to the church, and he would drag me to come along with him.
Her brother told her about the help center, and she finally decided to give it a chance.
I looked back and I couldn't tell who I had became. So this is when I realized that I needed to change. I didn't know how, but I wanted to change. I wanted to do better. I wanted to get back on the right track.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
When I stopped suffering, it felt like nothing I ever felt before. I felt like the burden was gone completely, and I felt way better. After time, I stopped smoking. I no longer had the craving to smoke. I no longer had the desire. that was gone. Talking to different guys, this was the next thing that changed, because I felt like now there was love. Now I knew God, and now I knew the love of God. Now I'm a completely different person. The wrong things, the problems that I was going through, they're gone. With the addictions, with the being violent, I no longer hang out with these wrong friends. And if I had to tell anybody advice, anybody who's going through my situation or something similar, what I would tell them is look to God. Despite what you heard about churches, despite what you heard about God, if anybody told you God's not real, I'm telling you God is real. And look to Him. Look to Him, because He can help you. He could change you. He could get you out of any problem, out of anything you're going through.
Amber felt like a totally new person. She kicked the drug addiction and felt her anger disappearing. Thanks to the intelligent faith, Amber Odom got her life back, and now she is a joyful and healthy woman with a bright future ahead of her.